All right, some pretty exciting news if you've been keeping track of that huge Facebook privacy settlement.
Yeah, the payments, they've actually started rolling out.
Exactly, a moment I think many users have been waiting for.
Definitely.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into that specific settlement, the $725 million class action against Facebook. We want to sort of unravel who was eligible, how these payments actually get calculated, and maybe what it all means, for your digital life.
Yeah, and it's important to remember why this happened in the first place. It wasn't just about the money.
Right.
It really stemmed from these serious accusations that Facebook, mishandled user data, specifically allowing third parties access.
Cambridge Analytica being the big one everyone remembered.
Exactly, Cambridge Analytica, accessing private info without, proper user consent.
Okay. And Meta, Facebook's parent company, they always said they didn't do anything wrong, right?
Correct. They've consistently denied wrongdoing, but they chose to settle, really to avoid a long, drawn-out trial.
Which still sends a message, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely. It highlights that tension between, user privacy and how these platforms operate, how they make money.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Let's start with eligibility. Who actually could file a claim here?
Right. So the criteria were pretty broad.
It covered a lot of people, didn't it? If you used Facebook in the U.S., basically any time between May 24th, 2007.
And December 22nd, 2022.
Yeah. Wow, that's over 15 years.
It is a huge window, which just shows how many people could potentially have been affected by the alleged data issues. Millions.
Okay, but here's the really crucial part, and maybe the tough news for some folks listening.
Ah, yes.
The deadline. The deadline to actually file your claim. That was August 25th, 2023.
Right. So if you didn't file by then
unfortunately, you won't be getting a payment from the settlement. You had to actively file.
It's always key to keep an eye on those claim deadlines. They can sneak up on you.
Absolutely. Okay, so for the people who did file and got approved, how does the money get divided up? Is it just a flat amount for everyone?
No, it's actually more nuanced than that. The payment structure is quite interesting.
Okay.
It depends on how long you had an active Facebook account during that eligibility window we just mentioned.
So the longer you were on Facebook in that period.
The more weight your claim carries, essentially. They used a system of allocation points. You earned points for each month your account was active.
Okay, so more months active equals more points.
Equals a potentially larger share of the settlement fund, yes. It tries to quantify, in a way, the duration of potential impact.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And how much money are we actually talking about being distributed? The settlement was $725 million, but there are costs, right?
Right. Legal fees, administrative costs, those come out first. So the net amount getting distributed directly to claimants is around $541 million.
Still a very significant chunk of change going out to users.
Absolutely. A substantial sum.
And the rollout. You're probably wondering when they'll see it. You said payments started.
Yes, they officially kicked off in September 2025, so this month. But it's not instantaneous for everyone.
Yeah.
The distribution will happen over the next roughly 10 weeks. So patience is needed if yours hasn't arrived just yet.
Gotcha. So September, October, into November possibly. And how will people know it's coming?
They should get an email notification, usually about 3 to 4 days before the payment itself is actually issued.
Okay, good. And they had choices for how to receive it, I remember.
They did. You could choose direct deposit, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle.
Or even a physical check if you prefer.
Or a paper check, yeah. So multiple options there.
So looking at the bigger picture here, this whole process wraps up years of lawsuits for Meta. Right.
It does. It allows them to close the book on this specific long-running litigation. But I think the impact is broader.
How so?
Well, it serves as a really stark reminder, I think, for all tech companies about just how critical user privacy is.
That data protection needs to be front and center.
Exactly. It shows there are tangible consequences, financial ones, not just bad PR when users feel their data hasn't been handled properly. And, it's important for listeners to understand this is real. It's a court-approved settlement.
Right, not some scam email saying you've won money.
Precisely. This is legitimate.
So when we step back,
Yeah.
what does this $725 million settlement really signify? Beyond just the checks arriving.
Well, I see it as a moment of accountability, perhaps, a spotlight on how these incredibly powerful platforms manage the data we give them.
Yeah, the data that fuels their business, really. So maybe a final thought for you, the listener. As this plays out, think about what it means for your digital privacy going forward.
Yeah.
Does something like this change how you trust platforms? Does it make you think twice about the information you share online?
It really should perhaps reinforce that need for ongoing awareness, just being critical and mindful about your personal data in this, very digital world we live in.
Food for thought, definitely.